Hey everybody, it's Steve Owens, Tournament Director for the Georgia Bass Nation Kayak Series, and this is your angler briefing for event number 5 of 2026 on Hartwell. This is a joint event, so to speak, with the Queen City Kayak Fishing Club. A lot of you know the popularity of that club. I believe it's a $112 entry fee this weekend for them. I want to go ahead and say this so that I don't miss it. I'll give you the things for them that you need to make sure that you're taking care of if you're going to double dip and from Georgia and fish into Queen City. So for Queen City, I've attached all this stuff in the Tourney X event page, and you can find it on Facebook. But there's a rules and a waiver sheet that you have to sign for Queen City. You have to use their legal access points, which I've also shared on the Tourney X page. And then there's a ramp list that has them listed for you with address. And you have to use their ID card. You're able to print those online if you don't have one of the Blue Fox tourney tags that they sell. But you can print an identifier card off, but you have to use a Queen City one if you are fishing the Queen City event. And Queen City only uses catch boards. They don't allow the Yak Attack leaderboard or the Bubba board. It's the catch board only, and that's the Catch Original board, the plastic carbonate one, and then the aluminum Catch X board. So you can use any of those. So as I mentioned, this is event number 5. We've only got 3 left. The season has flown by. Sassy Dan will get the Carl Black of Kennesaw Angler of the Year standings updated after this weekend. As y'all know, as soon as we got done with Allatoona, we both had to dive straight into getting ready for the Bassmaster Kayak Series Championship on Chickamauga and Nickajack. Practice had already started. And then that Monday, after we took a break on Sunday, Monday was planning for the Angler Appreciation Dinner. And it was just, it was a great event. As you all know, he's from Alabama, but Georgia claims him and he claims Georgia. Nick Dyer went on and just dominate, not necessarily dominated, but he did win by 5 or 6 inches, but he had 200 inches. 200 inches in a championship is something spectacular. We had Georgia Bass Nation's Eric Hawks finish in the top 10, got to walk across the stage, get some good publicity there. So appreciate everything you guys do to support the state and the trail series. We had a vote at Oconee, and so our Georgia Bass Nation Championship is going to be July. Let me get this calendar pulled up. May, June, July 25th and 26th on Clarks Hill. So that's when our state championship is going to be, and top 10% from that will make it to the October Bassmaster Kayak Series Championship. Hopefully we have that announced next week where that's going to be. So you'll have, we've got to tighten some timelines up. So once that event's over, I'm going to give you about a week and a half to make your decision. And that way, if you're not going to fish it, that spot can go to the next non-qualified angler. And that way, people who choose to participate can make it. So as I mentioned, you can click the Queen City rules and waivers and download those and read them. You're also encouraged to do that on ours. A little bit of safety highlights. All know Hartwell is a big lake, one of the most popular lakes in the country for good reason. So whenever you're launching tomorrow, make certain you're paying attention to your surroundings. Once your day has started, if the water gets rough from boat traffic, it's supposed to be beautiful again this weekend. Know your limits and get out of there if it's becoming unsafe for you to be out there in the rough water. Make yourself as visible as possible. We don't require them, but a visibility flag, I don't care what you say about the dimensions, the visibility flag does work. I've had people tell me all across the country, they come around a corner, and had they not seen that just little piece of orange flag sticking up, they wouldn't have been able to see that angler, because they're not necessarily looking that close to the water. They're used to seeing a big 20-foot boat. So, just make yourself as visible as possible. Pay attention to what you're doing, and know your surroundings and your limitations. So PFD must be worn at all times. You are allowed to take it on and off as you want to change your clothing throughout the day. You need a safety whistle. Motorized kayaks must be registered and have Coast Guard approved navigation lights. if you're using a motor before safe flight. If you don't have those, then keep your motor stowed and use your manual power. One motor per kayak during practice and competition. No spare motors are allowed. Your entry fee for this event is $75, and that includes the $5 Sniper Marine Big Bass side pot. Make sure that you get online and click on Sniper Marine and check out their incentive program. You can win extra money if you have the event's biggest fish from the Sniper Marine submissions via that form on the website. I know some other states, and even in the Bassmaster Series, there's a lot of people that have been cashing checks on that incentive program. Get over and look up the GABNKS Giant Bass Open Series. What that is it's an online series that the GABNKS Signature Lakes here, Shane Frazier, tournament director, actually started an online series on Fish Chaos. What it does there is for every, I believe it's 18-inch fish and up, you get entered into a championship at the end of the season where you'll get to fish an entry fee free tournament for a lot of money. And during the month, there are some cash payouts depending on how many people are in it. But look up the GABNKS Giant Bass Open over on Fish Chaos and check that out. It's an easy tournament to fish. Again, online tournaments are fun, especially if you have a weird work schedule. You can get out and do what you want to do. For this event, we're a 5-fish limit with a 12-inch minimum length. The identifier code can be written on your hand, index card, or measuring device for Georgia Bass Nation only. We're going to share the code with Queen City. But if you're fishing Queen City, remember, you must print off their identifier card. This is a record right now. I'm going live, but I'm not going to release the code right now. You'll need to get on your Tourney X app and look on there, and it'll be available for you at 6 p.m. It's about 5 o'clock now. For us in Georgia, we allow all catch boards, the Yak Attack leaderboard and the Bubba Bump board. Georgia, South Carolina has reciprocating fishing licenses. It's up to you to make certain that you have those. Registration closes tonight at 9 p.m. so that I can check and verify all the dues and go to sleep. Your awards for this Saturday, March 21st, is going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn at 115 Destination Boulevard in Anderson, South Carolina. Many of you know we've used that place for a long time. Huge thank you to Visit Anderson and Neil Paul for always getting us that venue there. Our times are mirrored with Queen City's. You're going to launch at 6:45 a.m. All these times are Eastern. First cast is at 7. Last picture is 2:59 and 59 seconds. We're going to mirror their times there so that there's not an issue. You've got till 3:59 to upload your fish and come to awards by 4:30 p.m. Right now, we're a little light on attendance right now. I know South Carolina's a ways to drive, especially as softball and kids sports start up and everything. But so far, seasons went really good. Really competitive Angler of the Year, which is what we always want. So we'll get all of this straightened out. Jeremy Meadows will be your tournament director at the ceremony of awards this weekend. I'm going to stay close to the house and get a little rest and probably get out and fish myself. But y'all reach out to me if you've got any questions throughout the day, and I'll get that handled so that Jeremy can fish and not worry about it. Again, it's your responsibility to check your app via Managed Catch and check your stringer throughout the day for deductions and penalties. You should get a notification if your fish gets deducted or penalized. But if you've got any disagreements on your fish, then you obviously need to get that taken care of before the 4 p.m. submission deadline. I would advise you to do it as early as you notice it. So take care of that, and y'all be safe. Continue to support our sponsors. We should have some trophies coming pretty soon. So we appreciate all you guys do, and we'll catch up with you soon. Thank you.
What matters to you? Commitment, dedication, precision, connection. Catching fish? Good. That matters to us too.